Real estate marketing with Facebook ads does not need to be difficult. With a bit of split testing and retargeting, you can quickly find yourself with more leads than you can handle. In this video, I show you the progression of a recent lead generation campaign designed to get new construction leads, and show you how to create and implement Facebook retargeting, along with breaking down how many clients actually came out of this campaign alone. So let's begin. Hey Atime, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. All right, so let's look at the campaign that we're running. This is a new construction campaign. We split tested 5 different audiences or 5 different targeting interests in this particular campaign. We allocated $20 per the campaign, and we are letting Facebook optimize where to spend the money. So the ad that we are running, well, let me show you the interest first. The interest that we're looking at right now are within a 15-mile radius of the city that we're advertising the new community in. We have self-employment, we have commercial, back up, self-employment as an interest, commercial property as an interest, wealth management as an interest, start a home as an interest, and renting as an interest. They are all receiving the same ad, just the only difference is the interest that they have. We're going to go over to the ad so you can see the actual ad copy that we used. And this is it. Short, sweet, simple, enticing enough to where people will click over and give us their information to find out what this is all about. So that's what it is. And again, it is a lead generation campaign. So you do need to attach a lead form, which is already done here, in order for it to work. And that's how you're seeing the results right here. We've had 4 leads. It's reached a little bit over 1,100 people. The impressions, essentially how many times it's been shown. So this it's been shown a little bit more than the actual people. People have received it multiple times, which is fine. And the result is almost $6. So $6 for a buyer lead when it comes to a new construction isn't all too bad. They can certainly go lower, and I do expect this campaign to go lower. But so far, this is where we are at. The campaign was launched. It was launched yesterday right around noon, so we're a little bit over 24 hours, and we're highlighting a community a little bit outside of the Metroplex. So actually, some people don't even know where this town is at. but that's the community that we have chosen, so we are going to go with that. As far as the interest that have, or the ad sets that have shown some leads, we're looking at renting is on the board for 2, commercial property on the board for 1, self-employment on the board for 1 as well. And then you see the numbers right here. As the days go by, Facebook will start optimizing, and Facebook will start allocating the budget to where it sees that it's going to be used the most effectively. So one thing that I want to show you here, because I see the comments and you ask about retargeting, rightly so, it's very important. So I want to show you what that looks like in action. So we're going to create an audience and retarget the people that have shown interest but have not submitted leads over to us. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to go to the toolbar, and then we're going to go to audiences. Then we're going to go to create an audience. We're going to create a custom audience. We're going to go with the lead form, and then we're going to leave it as any. Anyone who has opened this form is not what we want. We want people who opened but didn't submit a form. Essentially, people that have that opened and shown interest in what we had to sell but didn't give us their information is who we're after. And this is the lead form that we're using for that campaign that you just saw. I can leave it at 90 days. I can leave it at 90 days, or go down to 30 days. It doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead and leave it at 90 days. I believe I've used this form once before, actually several times before. Now that I think about it, because this is Crowley, right? So I have used this in the past. Maybe not back as far as 90 days, but 90 days isn't gonna hurt anything. We're gonna go with Crowley lead form not submitted 90 days. Then we're going to move me for a second. We're going to create it. We're going to go with done. We're going to go back to our campaign. We are going to duplicate. It doesn't matter which one we duplicate. We're just going to go with that one. We're going to duplicate the renting. Go here. And then we're going to go lead form not submitted. All right. We are going to drop that. We are going to drop that as well. And just leave Texas as fine. And we're going to get rid of that. Now come back up here. And who we want to include is the 90 day that we just created, Crowley lead form 90 days. Now you may be wondering, why did I X out the rest of the things that I did? And the reason being is I don't want to over pixel it. I don't want to over improve the retargeting. I'm fine with leaving it at Texas. Even that's causing me some apprehension. I kind of want to just leave it as United States, but I'll go ahead and leave it in Texas. I don't want to limit my retargeting because I don't have that much of an audience. In the grand scheme of things, this particular audience won't have more than maybe a couple hundred people based off of the amount of traffic that I've sent to them. So it's not large enough. If I had this, let's just say if I had a larger campaign and I have driven thousands into millions of impressions into this particular audience, then yes, I would be reducing it down into something a bit more manageable. But at this time, it's a relatively young audience that isn't going to have that many people. So I don't want to create all of these parameters, and I call it over pixeling, which that may not be the best way of using the word pixel, but I don't want to over improve the audience that I have, because I just think that it's going to restrict the ad. And beyond just thinking, I have seen it to where this audience just doesn't go, even though I'm driving a ton of traffic to it. But that's because I have all of these parameters that I'm trying for it to meet, and it just doesn't end up doing it. Anyway, so that is what I'm doing. Now, another thing is I let it go everywhere. It is at this point where I allow it to use the automatic placement, which includes, well, you'll see what it includes. It includes Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and then the audience network. I am fine using my retargeting to be everywhere, beyond of where I was advertising to begin with, which the place that I was advertising was just on the news feed in this particular campaign. So I hope I did a good enough job elaborating kind of what my style is when it comes to the retargeting. But the goal is, since I am driving traffic already to this particular ad and this particular form, I want to maximize it by showing the same ad to the people that at once showed interest but didn't submit their information. So this would encourage them to do it again as they're seeing it more and more. All right, so let me go through here so I don't get lost. That's what we're looking for. Texas, again, I have a little bit of apprehension leaving even Texas, but we're gonna let it go because it's there. Make sure I copy this so we can label it, paste it. Please select an Instagram account. or select a Facebook page to use instead. Well, that is the Facebook page to use instead. I don't want to select an Instagram account. I'm going to go with publish. There we go. No red flags. I'll close that. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so let's check in. We are on day 2 of this campaign. Overall, we have 10 leads at an average of $4.38. The campaign was launched November 10th, right around noon, and we are in November 12th, a little bit over 6 p.m. So we're working on past the 2-day mark, and we have $43.81 invested in this campaign. And as you can see, Facebook has chosen a winner. The ad set that is promoting heavily is the renting interest. As a reminder, we are optimizing this campaign based off of the campaign level. So we are optimizing from the campaign level rather than choosing individual ad set budgets. So as you can see here, the renting has gotten a good amount of the spend, and then the least amount has actually been the self-employment. The reason I say the least amount is because these are interests that we selected from the very beginning. As a reminder, self-employment, commercial property, wealth management, starter home, and renting were the ad sets that we were targeting. And then we did a retargeting campaign. As you can see, it's already paid dividends. As a reminder, we did the audience of people that have opened our lead form but have not submitted their information. And that's why you see the reach as small as it is. So 29 people have done just that, opened our lead form but haven't submitted their information. One of them ended up doing that in our retargeting, and that's why you see it being a 90-cent lead. So it's working so far. We're going to continue monitoring right now, and probably tomorrow I'm going to be turning off some campaigns so we can continue pumping the budget where it needs to go. But as you can see, Facebook is already preferencing or really highlighting the renting one and really pushing it as much as possible. So let's check in tomorrow. All right, welcome to day 3. This is the final day of monitoring this particular campaign as it relates to this video. I will keep this going, but I won't continue doing the daily updates as I do need to get this into editing. And I'll let you know in the comments section down below as I continue running this campaign and adjusting a few things here and there. I'll give you an update of how it is going. So just let me know in the comment section down below, particularly when you're watching this, depending on how far removed it is from the published date. So let's look at the numbers as we have them. We are, let me update real quick. We are at 12 leads in at an average of $4.74. The least expensive one for us was $2.60. And then the most expensive lead was $8.25. As you can see, the lead form not submitted. This is our retargeting ad. I believe last time we checked in, we had one in this ad set, but now we have another one. So it's awesome, and it stands to reason that this is actually our lowest cost per lead, as it is a smaller audience, and it's a more refined audience, as these people have shown interest before, but they didn't have the commitment or courage or comfort or trust, whatever you want to call it, to submit their information over to us. All right, and our renting ad set. As a reminder, the renting ad set is the one that Facebook is prioritizing right now. Facebook is driving a lot of the spend here. We are optimizing from a campaign level, so Facebook has favorited this one. I also want to bring up that whenever I ran this particular campaign, I started with the renting ad set, and I'll make sure I'll flash that recording. Whenever I was launching this campaign, it gave us a size unavailable when we were selecting this particular interest. So I'll make sure that you see that. And the reason I want to share that or re-highlight that is because whatever you see in that right-hand column when it comes to projected leads, projected reach, or the size of the audience, don't always take that as truth. There is a lot of variability when it comes to the projections that Facebook gives, and this is a prime example of that. So I'll make sure to include that here, actually, right now. It says the potential reach is unavailable. Are we too small? Are we too small? Is that what's happening? Let's X out of that. And go with, let's see, starter home. I'm still going to test it, but I just want to see. That's fine. We will go with renting. And we're going to find out what the potential reach is after we start running the ad. So as you can see, Facebook's projections are not always spot on. So just go ahead and run with it. If this didn't work, then we would have adjusted it. But so far, Facebook is actually championing this particular ad set to where it's given us the most amount of leads. Now for the breakdown in business as it stands today. Of the 12 leads, 1 was a complete junk lead. Bad phone number, bad email, can't do anything with that one. Of the 11 leads, we have 2 potential buyers. One buyer is actually going to the community tomorrow, and then another buyer has received the lender's information. So those are the 2 most promising ones. We were able to connect with 9 of the leads. Of the remaining 11, we were able to connect with 9, but the rest of them just didn't necessarily show much promise. But again, this is the business as it stands today. There could be potentially some people of those people that become active buyers. We just need to continue following up with them. They will receive the email drips, the text drips, and all that fun stuff. So the nurture and follow-up game needs to be strong in order to convert online leads altogether. So if you enjoy these types of videos, let me know in the comments section down below. And outside of that, if you found value in this video today, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can talk again soon.